Name a free agent quarterback the 49ers should target, assuming they don't. Assuming it's not Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, so I kind of like tipped it that I was thinking Baker. It's a tough one to consider. I like this article is going to release for mine tomorrow, and it's like it went from me feeling it was going to be easy to like this is actually kind of tough. This is actually kind of tough because you have Jameis Winston who's going to set to be out there, but it's like, is he going to be released soon? He should be released soon, right? Hit it, and if he doesn't, then the Niners going to wait. You shouldn't wait for the Niners. You got to find this out like ideally soon, but not too rushed, because this is a very very crucial move. You know, that's going to pretty much almost like define your next season, this upcoming season if Purdy and Trey Lance don't come out. But like players that come to mind, of course, it's hard not to think about Andy Dalton, a guy who's proven to be capable and a stretch for a majority of his career through a stretch of being a starting caliber player. He's not so much of a stiff, and he wasn't terrible for the Saints last year. He was fine. You know, he had a 2-to-1 touchdown ratio. I think 18 touchdowns, 9 picks. Nothing glamorous, but then again, the idea is not to bring him to be a starter. Your hope is always the hope is it's going to be Purdy and or Lance. And if he does come to be, then at least you have someone who's serviceable. You just get it out there and it should be fine. And plus cost. That's another thing that's going to be cost. Like personally, like I said, I would love Jacoby Brissett of the Niners. He cost the Browns $4.6 million last year, which for the 49ers, you say, hell yeah. But I think he's kind of at least at the bare minimum doubled that. And as impressive as he played in those 11 games without Deshaun Watson. So I don't think he's going to want to come here. So that's pretty much, that's the way I'm going to think about it. That they should target is probably Andy Dalton. As much as like, I don't really like saying that, it just feels like that's where the route they're going to have to really go after.
See, I would rather sign Jameis Winston than Andy Dalton.
I wouldn't mind Jameis Winston either. If you told me they're both on there, I'd be like, sure. I think I considered it more from like the Niners. Like, how would they do? Do they think he can?
They would get Andy Dalton. They would get Andy Dalton. I'm just saying what I would prefer. I remember the Niners played.
I prefer him too, yeah.
They played the Saints this year, and Dalton played, and Dalton was okay, but they scored no points. He was just sort of out there trying not to lose the game, but he didn't do anything. And I remember interviewing a content creator before the game who covered the Saints, and he was like, "Man, I can't stand Dennis Allen. And I don't understand why they're playing Andy Dalton. And they scapegoated Jameis Winston. I really wish they would give Jameis another chance." So I kind of feel like Dennis Allen is a trash coach. And, you know, I would see if there's something there left with Jameis Winston, because I feel like Sean Payton liked him, but Dennis Allen didn't. And he got buried. You know what I'm saying?
So I think maybe Kyle will.
Yeah, like Dennis Allen, what the hell is he? Is the worst coach ever. I wouldn't take his opinion on quarterbacks. Like Rich Scangarello. I don't know.
I think the other thing I lean towards Dalton is because he was safe in terms of also health, where Jameis has been shown that he can't stay healthy as much anymore. And again, when you're bringing in a guy who's supposed to be the backup to the two injury quarterbacks, you want to have someone who doesn't have those concerns. Hence why I really love Jacoby, because he played well. He played in a similar system with Kyle Shanahan, and he doesn't get hurt. But again, the cost that's the one that like it's like, all right, how's that gonna work? So what are you talking about? It really is tough. There's a lot of you look at the subcategories of works, and it's always like cost. Can you kind of move your health? What does he do? Like it's a lot of things are very tough to align. I feel like the best one that aligns, unfortunately, is probably Andy Dalton, or maybe even a Marcus Mariota. But is Mariota even like serviceable as a passer? It felt like they were running him to the ground, which maybe Kyle would love.
I know.
And then you got to consider what quarterback are you trying to go after in terms of stylistically. Are you trying to go more towards the Trey Lance style or the Brock Purdy style? It's probably going to be the Brock Purdy style, since they want him to really be the starter, truthfully.
Truthfully, I don't even think I'd be that into Jameis anymore. I have a new thing with quarterbacks. I feel like in 2023, defensive linemen are so good. Pass rushes are so quick. Pockets evaporate so quickly that I think, like, if you're looking for a quarterback in Madden and they have all the attributes written out, all the different, and they scores, I want burst. Burst is important to me. I want 99. So I press turbo, get the hell out of the pocket, man. And that's what I felt Brock Purdy had. I felt like every quarterback that made it deep in the playoffs had burst, that quick 10-yard split. You don't have to run a 4.6 or a 4.4. You can run a 4.8, whatever. But you have that first 3 steps to just get away from trouble. Maybe, a little creativity to make a guy miss. That's super important. And I don't think Andy Dalton has that. I don't think Jameis Winston has that after the ACL surgery. Like, who has it? Mariota. So I like him, but I don't know if they're going to get him. And I don't even know that Kyle gets it. He could watch Brock Purdy do his thing and still not fully grasp what it is about Brock that's working, that's transcending Jimmy. Jimmy was so slow, dude. His first 3 steps, wow.
He looked like he was running with ankle weights on or sandbags. Yep. He looked like he was running with a squat rack on his shoulders.
Yeah, like he looked like he was running with freaking rain boots on. You know, like big freaking combat boots on.
Running in stand.
Yes, absolutely. I like Mariota, but he did kind of quit and pout after he got benched. Maybe he would rather retire. I don't know. People felt like he ditched the Falcons after he got benched for Ritter. He just like went AWOL on the team. I don't really know, but maybe he wouldn't want to come here and be like take a back seat like that.
Yeah, because that's the one thing you're gonna have to like accept as a quarterback, right? You're gonna sign by the 49ers. It's pretty much like, hey, it's not your team, but we're gonna put you like on a base deal, and we're gonna juice it up like crazy in case those two like are done, and we put you in. So it's literally like a chance for someone to be like, hey, it's a chance to get a rebound with a good team, a good coach that should prop you up, and it's just really if you're gonna roll the dice and take that offer and figure that you're gonna have to play. That's really what's gonna be the draw here. I think we talked about a couple weeks about Carson Wentz. Like, is he going to be on the table at the 49ers?
That's another guy who lost his burst. I feel like when you go back and look at his numbers at the combine, he had the 155 10-yard split at like 235 pounds, but then he tore his ACL and he had these injuries, and now he's lumbers around the field. He lost what made him special. I'm just saying, to me, this burst thing is important. And in the draft, there's like 4 or 5 quarterbacks who have a combination of burst, experience, and accuracy. I would just gamble on 1 or 2 of those guys rather than go for some guy like Baker who's freaking slow Baker.
He might be able to get a little escapability. You know what? Honestly, it's like why not Mariota? I mean, honestly, I don't think I'm gonna probably like dampen a little bit what I said. Like, it's such a pivotal move. But ultimately, if they have to get down to this quarterback, and Trey Lance and Brock Purdy are both done again, it's like, God damn, it's just bad then. At that point, it's just bad. You're just hoping this third guy can just keep it afloat enough at that point. But yeah, if it gets down to this third quarterback again, I mean, barring Purdy is healthy to come back. But if he's gone, if it turns out on Friday he's done for the year for a majority of the season, then I get it then at that point.
Chris Grove says, love you, Grant, but we really love your dad's stories. Yeah. You would pay to watch my dad tell stories from the past? Good to know. Thank you very much. I will relay that to through the proper channels. There's one more. Hold on. Druber89 says, I was 9 years old playing Madden 98 and 98. Crazy how graphics have changed. Crazy. Oh, it was a big game in 98. Honestly, I wasn't playing Madden 98 and 98. I was playing Blitz. Did you play Blitz? That was the game. Yeah. Super fun. I want to say.
Is that what Cordell Stewart?
Yeah, and yes. Every quarterback was super yoked, and you could hit players after the play, and everyone just ran that one play, the bomb, every single time. Super fun.
Oh, I could never do that. All I just kept doing was just going running straight quarterback designs, just running. I mean, not quarterback designs. Well, it would be a hike, and I'd just spin around, just run it down deep. It was the only way it would work for me, at least. I couldn't throw it to save my life.